Greetings, Arsmalik here. I want to show you a new tool that I have been working on for Minecraft. I was not necessarily asked, but volunteered to create a banner mural, and I'm going to show you what I mean behind me. It's a mural made of multiple banners, and the one behind me is just an example. It's 4 wide by 5 high, but the one I was asked to make is 11 wide by 9 high. That's the number of blocks, which is roughly 90 banners to fill that space in a very complicated design. And so I was really struggling with how to do this by hand. I know the concept of how to make banners quite well, but the spacing and the overlapping was just quite getting to me. So I decided to make a little tool, and that is this Excel spreadsheet. So basically there's 2 tabs in this one right now. I'm going to show you the 4x5 tab, which is perfect for making Minecraft faces. Now, each one of these banners is 2 blocks wide. So if you have 4 blocks across, you can have 8 pixels. There's 2 pixels per block. However, banners are not exactly 2 blocks tall. They're 3 blocks tall, but they're offset on the top and the bottom. So the top row of banner, which is going to overlap all the others, actually takes up about 3 pixels tall. And then all of the banners below that take up about 2 pixels tall. So using this tool, I can actually go in and correct something that's wrong with the banner that you saw in my world. You see how the mustache, the yellow, is too high up by my nose? I can simply go in and change the color of those two. So right now the value in these 2 cells is yellow. I'm going to change it to orange. And then below that, I'm going to move the mustache down by changing those orange ones to yellow. Then, looking at the fact that this banner is in B3 and C3, I can go down below, I can copy those, and then I can come back over here into my Minecraft world, and I can paste the new B3 banner there, and I can paste the new C3 banner there, hit the button, and as you can see, the banners come out and they're marked B2 and C2. Now, this is because in the grid, in the Excel, it's easier to see it on a grid, a visual grid, but when you go into map, you're actually going to be off by 1 because remember that block has an odd number of pixels. So B2's new, so let's say this is B0, B1, B2, which is going to affect the block below it. So if I break this block and place the new one, you can see the mustache is moved down. And this is where it gets really confusing. But that is actually a better depiction of my face. There's sort of an orange space before the mustache. So this is not the most elegant tool in the world. You have to manually copy and paste the commands for each banner into a grid. And as I said, I was going to be working on a pretty huge one that takes up 90 banners, so that's a lot of copy and pasting. However, I started trying this using, and you can see a little bit of the pattern starting, but I don't want you to see the whole thing yet. I started doing this by hand, taking each banner, trying to figure out where it would go, which blocks need to be what, and then crafting it with dies. That was proving way too hard. So I threw the Excel together. So you edit the Excel, you copy and paste those into command blocks, you spawn them, and the banners that you get will tell you exactly where to place them in Minecraft relative terms, and voila, you have your banner murals. Now, if you're a programmer, I bet you could take my logic from this spreadsheet and very easily turn it into an input file that, let's say, would go into maybe an MC Edit filter. So all you'd have to do is, or let's say you take a JPEG file, pull it, or a PNG file, pull it into your MC Edit filter and give the player a chest full of all the banners they need with the same numbering schema. So if somebody wants to work on a tool like that, shoot me an email or respond to this video with a comment or send me a private message, and I can share my tool with you, and you can probably very easily turn it into an MC Edit filter. But otherwise, I'm not going to give away the farm on exactly what the logic is and how to do it. And it's not exactly perfect. For example, the all orange banner, let's see if I can point to it. This all orange banner right here actually is the way that it appears in the command block is that it is an orange base, a white base with orange stripes and orange squares when I could have just given myself an orange banner. But the way that I set up the spreadsheet, I have a bunch of very simple lookups, and all the banners use the same formula, so you can very quickly manipulate the spreadsheet. So it's not the most elegant behind the scenes. And then you can see that if there is a black, if there's a black row that has a lighter color like orange being put on top of it, sometimes the blocks will get these kind of strange outlines on them. That's just the way that Minecraft banners work. I'm actually putting, I'm not 100% sure why I'm getting this outline, because basically it's a white banner and then I'm putting orange and then orange on top, orange and orange, which I can show you. So it starts with a white base, and then it takes orange dye, and it basically does this. And for some reason, you can already see the white. It's maybe hard to see. Maybe hard to see. You see the vertical edging around the orange. I don't really know a good way to get around that. So some of the lighter colors have that issue if you have the same color next to each other. If you have two different colors, it looks okay because the border actually forms kind of a natural border around those two. But for whatever reason, anyway, that was the most elegant way I could figure it out, because if in an easy manner, because if I were to have this large strip going down here, then I'd have to overlay. It gets very complex. Just trust me on that. Anyway, hope you like that.